What's up, everybody? Surpent here, back with the second episode of the Spider-Man blind playthrough. Now, I don't know about you guys, but I'm ready to go and kick some asses, everybody's favorite wall crawler. Hope you guys are enjoying the playthrough so far, because, you know, I gotta tell you, I'm having a fucking blast with this game. You know, I know there's been a lot of bitching about the graphics degradation, you know, the E3 footage we saw, and some of the stills have been leaked or released or whatever. You know, there's certainly a difference in visual quality between the two, but I just really don't think it's that big of a deal. You know, first, the downgrade seems to be limited to the most, like, for the most part, seems to be limited to the wet textures. So, you know, like the puddles of water in the ground and whatnot. But in some of the images I've seen on the internet, there actually seems to be an improvement in some aspects. Like the musculature of Spider-Man looks better in the final product than it did in the some of the stills that you find online. You know, that people are throwing a fucking bitch fit about. But what everybody really needs to remember is that, you know, we have a fairly good sized open world environment here. You know, you can climb on every building. You got all these damn people and cars down on the bottom. You got phone calls coming in and the JJ broadcast alert things and mini events popping up, and all this is done with beautiful graphics and, you know, 60 frames a second, you know, no lag issues, being rendered beautifully on the machine. I might remind y'all that came out in like fucking 2013, so this is like a 5-year-old machine that's pulling this off.
I'm at a Fisk construction site, and
You
there's
know, I don't know,
a lot of guys
I think that's
who
pretty
aren't
fucking
exactly
impressive.
constructing.
What are they doing?
I'm gonna
You
go
know,
find out.
at the end of the day, you gotta remember, this is a fucking
Just got a
video
text
game.
from Doc. Looks like he attached an idea for a Spidey gadget. Man, does he ever stop inventing?
Huh. Alright, Doc. Let's see what you got. Got a new web shooter function. Impact web. Blast industry webs up enemies. Fuck yes. Oh yeah, that looks useful as shit. What else we got? I haven't really screwed around with this screen yet. Refills Friday. Fuck yeah. Let's get that. 2 shots to the max. Maximum shots for this gadget by 1. And fuck, I don't have shit. I don't have the right enough of the, or yeah, I don't have enough crime tokens. Alright, so we got skills. I still need to get web throw and swing kick. Yeah. Oh. Huh. Still need to get web throw and swing kick. Not going to be using swing kick, I don't think, but it unlocks. There are moves in that skill tree that I really want, like the yeah, like this, like the web zip or the quick zip, and then air tricks, shit, air marshal for that matter. But I do like web throw. Looks like it's something I'm going to use a lot. Like it's a combat, so I just don't know what I want to do, if I want to do movement or combat, but I don't know. I think I'm gonna do combat. Yeah, let's go with combat.
Wow, this looks like it could work.
Let's give this thing a...
Let's see.
Alright, one to bring up the wheel.
Should have brought my glasses.
Oh,
Awesome.
fuck yes.
Doc could be proud.
Oh, that's dope. That is dope. Let's see, we got some guys. Oh, we got some bonus objectives. 10 finishers and web 5 enemies to walls. Don't think that would be an issue. But yeah, so like I was saying, you know, at the end of the day, we gotta remember, this is a fucking video game, guys. You know, everything's got to be rendered in real time, essentially. And to put that into perspective, you know, it takes Hollywood a couple minutes on these, you know, like $1 million machines. It takes them a couple minutes to render like a fucking frame of CGI footage. And for those of you who aren't aware, a frame is like a 60th of a fucking... It's like a 60th of a second, I think. No. It's...
Sleep it off.
It's a 10th of a second? I don't remember. But it's a fraction of a second. You know, and like I said, they're doing this on these... Oh, that was dope. See, like that right there. That was good attention to detail. I kicked him. He flew into the crate, broke the crate, flew off the edge. That was just dope. But, you know, so you guys got to remember, this is a 5-year-old machine that's doing this shit in real time. You know, these are great graphics. I know the industry's had its issue with like significant issue with degradation, video degradation between promo material and release performance, but I don't feel that this is even close to being in that category. And I think people just need to chill, you know, chill the fuck out, basically. Chill the fuck out and enjoy the game, because the game does offer, at least thus far that I've experienced, some amazing gameplay. You know, and if you're gonna bitch about, well, the puddles don't look as good, you know, fuck you. You just wasted $60 on an amazing game that you're never gonna get to experience because you're a fucking idiot that's worried about the puzzles or the puddles. Whatever.
Spider-Man. Turns out we've
And you know, it's a good thing that it's not a fucking movie, because honestly, the Spider-Man movies have kind of,
Let's see what I can do to cut down the supply.
half of them just were fucking terrible. Terrible. You know, the Tobey Maguire, goddamn, I keep forgetting to go after the, to do the finishers though. I need to fucking be better at that or I'm not gonna get the bonus objective. But anyways, Tobey Maguire, was like, those were horrible. The first one, and it really baffles me because I like Tobey Maguire. When they announced it, I was sold on him being Spider-Man. I'm like, okay, I can get down with that. You know, J.K. Simmons as fucking JJ was like, he embodied JJ to me. Like, that was just fucking perfect. And then, what's her name? Rosemary Harris. Loved her as Aunt May. But yet they still made like 2 out of the 3 of those movies still suck. And a lot of that for me, first of all, Parker, or Tobey Maguire, like, he was a good Spider-Man, but I hated him as Parker. So he, like, to me, he came off very whiny. Alright, so it's like your God mode, kinda?
They're buddies.
Oh shit, yeah, look how fast that focus is charging up. Alright. Gonna have to start using the, oh, that was a tight-ass finisher. So yeah, maybe I will be able to get all the finishers if I can remember to use suit power-up thing.
Oh, hey, more guys.
But yeah, so, you know, I thought he was really whiny and annoying, and the whole thing really was reminiscent of Hayden Christensen and Attack of the Clones to me, which really put me off. Now the second one was actually really good, with what was it, Alfred Molina as Doc Ock. Like, he saved that movie. He was fucking brilliant. I really enjoyed that movie. And you know, Tobey Maguire, I thought, did a better job in that one too. His Spider-Man had a little more attitude, and so did his partner for that matter. So yeah, the second one was pretty decent. But then we get the third one. That gigantic steaming pile of shit that was Spider-Man 3. You know, Disco Parker was a massive mistake. And, like, who in the actual fuck thought Topher Grace, you know, the geeky little kid on that 70s show, was a good choice for Eddie Brock? I mean, that was just absolutely fucking ludicrous to me. Sorry, no way in hell. No. You know, and then there's that bullshit ass Hobgoblin version of Hobgoblin that we got from Franco, which really goes back to my issue with the Green Goblin costume, the first one. I love Willem Dafoe, but that costume was just fucking stupid as shit. You know, I actually didn't mind Thomas Hayden Church as Sandman, but you know, that's another issue. You got like 3 fucking villains in this god awful movie. It was too cluttered, too ill-conceived. It was just a complete fucking nightmare. You know, I don't put any of that on the actors, honestly. Like, that was really the issue of the filmmakers. Yeah, I'm not gonna be able to get this final bonus objective, damn it. Fuck this dude, man. Fuck you, brother man.
Place is locked down, Captain. Actually, webbed down.
And someone finally
Nice.
reported shots fired, so I've got officers
A little
inbound.
fucking
Good work.
giant nut sack of webbing we got there. It's kind of tight.
Fisk has more construction sites throughout the city, vetting their fronts too.
Holy shit.
Keep an eye out and report in if you see anything suspicious.
Okay, so yeah, these will probably be... I will probably do these in a separate series. So I'm probably going to actually break this up into 2 series. I don't know if I can't remember if I've told you guys or not, but
If I'm gonna find all of
the
Fisk's
main
construction
playthrough
sites,
series
should recalibrate my mapping software to
that's
do
going to
more.
have like the missions,
Using a
you
depth
know,
map,
and first
post-processing
contact
photos of
stuff like
popular
this.
landmarks should do it.
And then I'll
And I know
release a
just the one to
separate
start.
series. You know, I'll try and do it try to release them as close to the same time as possible. They'll show like all the little side tasks, because I think putting all those in a video with the gameplay would be boring as shit. Not everybody's going to want to see it. Which brings me to my other point. I'm also going to be shortening my videos. You know, I know with my Dark Souls series, they were all roughly about an
Good old
hour-ish.
Empire State. Man, I love this town. Time to grab a snapshot.
Alright. Just taking a picture? Okay, whatever. You know, I know I did an hour for Dark Souls, and I think the Dark Souls game, that
That'll
type
do
of game warrants
Map
an
should be
hour-long
recalibrated
video.
now.
I think an hour-long video for
Haven't done much
Spider-Man would be
photography
boring
since
as
quitting
shit
the
for you
Bugle.
guys, so
God, how much I
I'm gonna cut
enjoy
those
it.
down to half
Should
an
keep an
hour.
eye out for more landmarks to shoot.
Fuck, that's a lot of landmarks. And a lot of backpack. Jesus. Yeah, it's going to take a while. I will almost certainly not be recording those. There's too many of them, and I just, like, they're mapped out. I don't think there's going to be anything tricky with them. I don't see a point, so, yeah. Sorry. Not going to be doing it. What the fuck's this? Side mission. Okay. Storm the castle. Let's go check it out.
Huh, it's Mr. Lee.
What the fuck's
Hello?
Mr. Lee?
Peter, it's Martin Lee. I just wanted to let you know we need a little extra time to get set for May's party. I guess the cake delivery is stuck in traffic.
Oh, sure thing. Just let me know when you're ready and I'll swing by.
Great. Talk to you soon.
Okay then. Guess we'll find out eventually.
Some time to kill.
But
see what's happening
so
out in
yeah,
the
the Tobey Maguire series overall sucked. Now Andrew Garfield's first one, The Amazing Spider-Man, that for me was to date my favorite Spider-Man movie. I thought that was fucking amazing. You know, Andrew Garfield was like the perfect Spider-Man and Peter Parker. Like, he did a phenomenal job blending those two personalities together, and you know, just delivering a great performance. You know, and I'm a fan. I wasn't sold on Emma Stone as Gwen Stacy, but I am a fan of hers, and I thought she ended up making it work. You know, fucking, but then, Jesus, you got Doc Connors, Aunt May, Uncle Ben. They were all phenomenal casting choices. You know, really great actors with solid performances. Overall, I love the movie. I don't have a bad thing to say about
Hi,
it,
Mr. Muggins.
honestly.
If this is about to rent.
Mr. Parker, it's called, sir. Your third and final warning. Eviction proceedings.
Fuck you. Fuck you and your rent, bitch. I'm Spider-Man. Shouldn't have to pay rent.
Eviction
Asshole.
proceedings will start Friday unless-
Anyways, so yeah, the first one was amazing,
Yeah.
right?
Good day.
What you got for me? All right. But yeah, so then we got the first one, and then the second one comes out and was just like a giant, The Amazing Spider-Man 2 It's just like a giant bitch slap to the face, in my opinion. I'm going to night. Okay. I was actually wondering if there was going to be a day-night cycle, and if so, how the game would handle that.
Doing a little nighttime bird watching?
Well, I was watching for nocturnal raptors in the park when I noticed a bunch of men armed with rifles over at Belvedere Castle.
Thanks for the heads up, Miss,
Stephanie.
Didn't know there was a castle in Central Park. Never been to New York, obviously,
Thanks for the
from
assist,
that
Stephanie.
statement.
Why
But
would armed men be at
but
Belvedere
yeah, so
Castle?
then you get the second one, the Amazing Spider-Man 2, and fucking, it was horrible. And again, it all comes down to, you know, the writing and the vision of the creative team who made that movie. But, you know, like, okay, Jamie Foxx, right? Fucking huge fan of Jamie Foxx. Like, this dude can literally do everything, and he has done it. You know, he's time and time again proven that there's no role he cannot do well in. But you cast Jamie Foxx as Electro, which I thought was an odd choice. But, you know, I figured if anybody could do it, he could definitely do it. But despite a couple good scenes from him in the movie, like the scene right after he gets his powers where he's in the street and he's like all scared and confused and asking for help, that was an amazing scene, I felt. But you know, aside from that, they really just rushed the shit out of his character progression and just made the whole thing seem real forced. I don't know. I wasn't feeling it. I really wasn't. And then the biggest, well, not the biggest issue. Then you got that weird, again, why the fuck can they not do any of the goblins right? You know, they do this fucking,
Not sure what's going on here.
I don't know, like the
Any info I can
Green
get from
Goblin
this
with cancer,
drive.
basically. And
Awesome. Stephanie,
I don't know.
we're just
I thought that
full
was
of
really
flash
weird. I didn't
drive
like that a
evidence.
bit. Didn't like the way they made him
Pigeon.
look. Didn't like the story for it. You know, again, rushed. And then they took,
I'll check it out.
they blew the shot at like one of the biggest moments in comic book history. You know, Gwen Stacy's death was huge. It was probably it was probably the biggest death, the most significant death in my opinion in comic book history, for two reasons. One, it stayed. Like, to this day, she is still dead. Two, it was the first time that a hero, like Spider-Man, didn't just fail to save her, he actually caused her death. And grabbing her with his web to stop the fall, he snapped her neck. Like, Spider-Man killed her. And that had never happened before. Like, that was huge. And that, to this day, has impacted not just Spider-Man, but comic books in general. Just that notion, you know, that a hero, yes, not only can they fail, they can actually accidentally kill people in the process. No, that was huge.
Access to a ton of
Fucking
personal data.
huge.
Come to think of it, even I use this network. Wait, it's still
But
uploading remotely.
but yeah, they took.
There must be multiple access points. Stephanie,
Let's go find
you're
these
my eyes in the
motherfuckers real
sky.
quick.
See anything else strange in the park?
But yeah, so they took what should have been this epic moment that, in my opinion, easily
We'll look
could
out for
have
anything else. I need to get to that
had
central
as
park before
big
the
of an
upload
emotional impact as the end of Infinity Wars, and they just, because of how poorly they handled the rest of the movie and the development of that, they really just like dropped the fucking ball on it, and it pissed me off. You know, like it was really disappointing. Tom Holland's been good. He's solid. I do like him as Spider-Man. I loved him in Civil War. He was fucking amazing in Infinity Wars. He was good in Homecoming. I wasn't overly fond of the movie itself. It was just a little slow for my taste. I think that's because his appearance in Civil War was so awesome, you know, that it just kind of overhyped. I overhyped it myself in my own head.
I never thought I'd say this. Why does Central Park need such strong Wi-Fi coverage? I thought people came here
But
to get away.
I do like his. I'm excited to see what he does in the future with it. So, Plus, Michael Keaton. Come on. Fucking Michael Keaton is just shit. Loved him in that. Loved to see him back in the comic book role as well. You know, definitely he's one of my favorite actors, period. He's funny as hell. Oh my God, Johnny Dangerously. If you have not seen Johnny Dangerously, do yourself a favor and fucking find it, download it, buy it, rent it, watch it. I don't give a shit, but watch it and watch it tonight because that movie is fucking great. Oh my God, one of my favorite movies of all time. Fucking hilarious. Check it out, seriously. Like, what the fuck are you doing? Quit watching my video. Stop watching my video right the fuck now and go watch Johnny Dangerously. Alright. And anybody who is not left, I'm assuming you've already seen the movie. Kudos to you. But yeah. Homecoming was good. And I liked him as Spider-Man. But overall, like, so that's what, 3 of the 6 movies they've made of the Spider-Man movies that have been produced have been fucking garbage. Speaking of comic book movies, I want to talk about this Henry Cavill Michael B. Jordan thing. So, first of all, I'm extremely pissed that Cavill is stepping down. And I don't know if that's how you say his name, but what the fuck ever. For me, he was like the perfect Superman and Clark. I loved him as both. You know, there were some tonality issues, definitely. But again, that's not the actor. That's the director, the producer, all that bullshit. But he himself is fucking amazing. And especially in The Man of Steel, there are moments where he is very reminiscent of Christopher Reeves, I think. So losing him, to me, is probably, in my opinion, is going to be probably the nail in the coffin for the DC shared universe, unfortunately. Regardless of who replaces him, I just don't think this is not a good time for that to happen, I don't think, without having to do a whole reboot of the universe. Which might not be a bad idea, but I don't know, that's a whole different conversation. But so I'm pissed off about that. And then there's the whole rumor or speculation or whatever that Michael B. Jordan is going to take over as Superman. Now, I really like Michael B. Jordan. You know, he's a great actor. He's one of my favorite young actors in the business today. He was great in Creed, amazing in Black Panther. His voiceover work as Cyborg in the Flashpoint Paradox was perfect. Hell, even his role, Johnny Storm, was great. I really liked it. I mean, the movie fucking sucked, but I liked him as Johnny Storm. So yeah, he's a great actor. But my issue is this: do we need better black superheroes and more black superheroes in comics? Yes, absolutely, unequivocally. Yes, we do. I think there are a lot of interesting stories that could be explored with a black superhero in America. A lot of interesting dynamics, especially with the the superhero. For example, would be revered and everybody loved him, but his true identity, maybe he's like a black dude in a rough neighborhood, has a bit of street swag to him, so people misjudge him and really treat him like shit and expect him to be a piece of crap.
Hi, Mr. Lee.
I think that'd be an interesting dynamic with a lot of great things to touch on. But instead of taking the time to develop a new character and an interesting backstory and and all of his own struggles and doubts and flaws, and giving him a deep background to draw from, they just want to take a hero that already exists and is already popular and make him black now. Like that, to me, that's the comic book equivalent of blackface.
With the Grant Committee. If Lance Corporal Texador's fitting tomorrow goes well, we should be okay.
That's fantastic, Doc. We're back on track.
I guess I'm just noticing I like how, I didn't notice this before, but when he's swinging around and talking, he sounds like he's struggling. Like, not struggling, but he sounds like he's exerting himself, like he's doing something. Like it comes through in his voice. It's pretty good voice acting. Huh. I like that. But yeah, so it's kind of like the comic book version of blackface. And it pisses me off because, A, you know, just the fact that they're doing that instead of actually taking the time to make a good black superhero. You know, they just want to make money. And so they're pandering to people out there who aren't comic book fans, aren't superhero fans, aren't really fucking anything fans, but they just want to, oh, you know what? Too many white people, you got to make some of them black. You know, that's, in the case of Superman and Batman, and that's fucking dumb. So go fuck yourself. But so they're pandering to that demographic. And I guess the other thing that's really pissing me off is that, you know, so many people are okay with this just sheer laziness. And that's what the fuck it is. And it's insulting to me. In my opinion, it's a fucking insult. So,
Now, where did I put my bag?
you know, I know I've done a lot of ranting in this this video, guys, but you know, I guess, yeah, if you're gonna watch my videos and listen, prepare to hear some bitching on occasion, because I like to bitch a lot, in case you haven't noticed. Like about these fucking load screens. I'm very impatient. These load screens are kind of pissing me off. But
Mr. Lee's probably in the kitchen getting ready for the party.
Hey, Peter.
you know, back to the visual quality. I know I've said this before, but the faces in this are blowing me away. Like, look at this guy.
Well,
He
the
looks like a
important thing is
real,
having fun.
like he looks like he could be a real person. Here, take a look. Like, look how well his mouth's moving with, is syncing up with what he's, you know, with the dialogue and
I'll leave you to
everything.
it.
I mean, it's, I don't know, that just really blows me. And I know this isn't like, this has been happening for a while. This is like the current generation of consoles has been doing this, but it still trips me out. Like this guy. This guy looks like I've seen him in other movies and shit. You know, they don't just look realistic as far as, you know, they're not all jaggedy and, you know, solid map textures and shit. But they look realistic in that they look like they could be modeled after actual people. Like real people. I'm guessing this is Mr. Lee.
Hey, so sorry I'm late.
You were right on time. Just keep her distracted.
Like him. Jeez, look at that.
You got it.
Like, he kind of looks like he could be the brother of the
Hey,
dude who
there's my
played
favorite
Agent
aunt.
Cho in,
What a nice surprise.
Need some help?
the fuck was
yeah,
that?
sure.
Was it The Mentalist?
There are some heavy
No,
boxes.
Or
no,
was it
no.
Castle?
I mean, not yet. I mean, I came to, I just wanted to talk.
I don't remember. I think it was The Mentalist.
Okay.
Yeah, it was The Mentalist. Yeah. Anyways,
Peter,
irrelevant.
are you in trouble?
Aunt May looks awesome
You
too,
need
by the
money?
way.
No, I mean, I'm a little behind on my rent, but no, I'm fine.
Girl problems again, huh?
What? No, that's crazy.
I still wish you and MJ could work things out. She's a great girl.
She is, but,
The two
Huh.
of you would make some beautiful babies.
I wonder what happened with them and Mary Jane.
Peter,
And how long they have been
What is
split
it?
up.
come on. You can tell me.
these past few years, you helping me through college and working here, and sacrificing so much and asking for nothing. I just wish there were more people like you in the world.
He's right. 5 years ago, you walked in here and told me you were inspired by my mission to help others. Now it's you who inspires me. Thank you, May, for everything. Here's to many more years of service.
When they're special.
Thanks again for setting all this up.
Oh, I just wish I could do more.
Well, May's always told me if you help someone.
You help everyone. Maybe we should send May to City Hall to have a word with the mayor.
Oh, I gotta run. Thanks again for the party and everything. It really means a lot. Voicemail from Yuri. Should check it outside.
Rather live on the street than ask my parents for help.
Okay. That seems like a ridiculous choice, but what the fuck ever. See, now look at that. Like, that's pretty good, considering, graphically speaking, considering the fact that it's what's playing on a TV in the corner of a room that you're not given any reason to go and check out. It's like literally just background noise. I mean, that's impressive. And look at these I don't know. Like, I think they did a really good job with the fine details of this game. And those to me are what make a game. You know, I don't give a fuck how good it looks. It's all about the fine details, because that's what allows you to fully immerse yourself in the game. And if you can't fully immerse yourself, then like it's kind of a boring playthrough, you know, in my opinion. I mean, that's just me. All this shit's obviously my opinion. You know, take it for what the fuck it's worth. You know, audio gold or the ramblings of a mad jackass. Guess it's all on perspective.
Hey, silent alarm at the auction house holding Fisk's estate sale just tripped. Could you check it out? Quietly? I don't want to make a scene if it's not.
Fisk estate sale. Sounds fun.
Yeah, I suppose I can do that.
The Kingpin had hidden
But
in his
I
closet.
think that's going to be on the next video. So yeah, guys, like I was saying, these are definitely going to be shorter videos than the Dark Souls series was. Just so that I hopefully don't bore you guys to tears. Then, you know, it's going to be a little easier for people to find what they want, I think, ultimately. So if you're just looking to watch the game being played, you know, I'll have this whole series for that. If you're looking for more specifics on how to do shit, where certain things are, there's going to be a separate series for that. So hopefully it works out the way I'm planning. But anyways, the point I'm making is that I think that's going to about do it for this video, everybody. Yeah, leave any comments in the section below. If you enjoyed the video, go ahead, hit the like button. It's always appreciated. If you want to poke the eye, please do so. It'll make sure you stay current on all the content as it's released. And as always, thank you for watching, guys. Really, I do appreciate it. And I'll see everybody on the next one.